Hello, I'm Gaby Sandoval.
And I'm Jason Grobstich, and this is Self-Projecting, where we share our favorite movies and never receive any feedback on them. No opinion will be changed today.
Alright, this week I showed Jason the lovely Mindhunters 2004.
Yes.
We got Christian Slater, we got Val Kilmer, we got LL Cool J, we got Johnny Lee Miller, who's not on the poster, and we'll discuss why. Isn't that fascinating?
Ooh.
Let's just jump into it.
I think I see him.
No, he's not.
The shadow?
Yeah,
The shadow dude.
Can't see his face, dude. That's a silhouette, dude.
Okay, yeah, it's not him.
Okay, so Mindhunters came out in 2004. The story about FBI agents kind of going through the ups and downs of becoming an agent through...
It's kind of like Trial. They're on a
trial.
A trial run.
Yeah, these intense tests, and what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like...
I thought
Ninja Warrior.
I thought I ate with Trial, but...
Those escape courses.
They go to like an island that's rigged up as like a murder, and they have to figure out which... I was like, what is the budget for the FBI? Because I was like, they have an entire
Dude, they
island.
got money.
I need to look into that.
I don't think you should.
Okay.
The mental parts of being an FBI agent, which you need to like deduce the process of elimination in people's attitudes. And,
Yeah.
Which I love that because people really think they eat on film when they're like, I can tell by your size 8 shoe and your choice of blank that you're indecisive and your dad left you and blah, 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 blah. So these agents are going to what they think is like the last step before graduating.
Okay.
And things go awry. Turns out there is a killer on the island.
There's a real murder.
There's
to
a
solve.
real. It's not a joke.
Yeah.
I love this movie because there's some insane kills, and it's camp. Like it really encapsulates what horror is to me.
To me, it very much felt like, and it is, a 2000s horror, because it's like the kind of crazy editing, crazy pacing.
It's
the
funny.
characters are insane. It's funny. But I had a good time watching it, I'm going to be honest. I don't know that I loved it, nor was scared by it. But I don't know if... do you think that was ever the intention?
Never the intention.
So I don't feel like I
just wanted you to have a good chuckle.
And I had a great time. I was gagged when Christian Slater died first.
That was primo. You think he's going to be the lead. He's on the poster.
He Drew Barrymore'd himself.
He's the leader of the
He
group.
Drew Barrymore'd himself, dude.
But as we find out, the killer's killing people based on their strengths. Kind of like ego death. Like, he's like, you're the one who's always in the lead, I'm going to kill you because of that. You're smoking cigarettes, your weaknesses. Like
The weaknesses.
What? Yeah,
right?
It's their strengths or their...
Your biggest strength is your biggest weakness.
Amen.
Wow. We found the message.
Psychological. But I kind of miss these thrillers because it really is solving a case.
I love a case, and I love guessing. And I did guess wrong, to be fair. I texted you, I was like...
Live texted me.
I was like, boom, solved it, let's just wrap this up. And I was wrong.
No.
I thought I ate, but...
To me, it's about the deaths. I love a nitrogen
Yes.
death. Christian Slater getting freaking frozen and kind of like smashing to bits.
Yeah.
It's giving Jason X.
Oh, it did very much give that to me.
Which I love.
I loved that, and I loved someone asking, like, is this real? Or is this still part of the... You know, there's always someone who's like... I was like, you should be fired.
Cast. We have Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
I was sad that he died really fast.
Speaking of... Like, the one moment of horror that I think worked really well, though, was he was, like, being puppeted at the end. And he was... I don't know, that was freaky to me. Somebody killed him and put him on, like... And he was
not someone. Johnny Lee Miller.
Johnny Lee Miller. So, the reveal itself is, like... You're like, okay.
Did you know who it was?
No. I told you.
Did you think it was LL Cool J at all?
To be honest, no, I didn't. Because I thought that would have been too obvious. I was like, oh, he's
going
to be watching you guys. I'm like, I don't think it is.
I never thought it was him.
Not once did I think it was him. I thought he was great.
Because they just come and beating him up. They're like, we found these maps under your thing, and they just, like, put him in a chokehold. And he's like... Can I please talk? Like, I don't mess with any of you guys.
You really have to prove your innocence, and that's sometimes scary.
And when you're outnumbered, dude...
When you're outnumbered, it's over.
It's a horror.
Yeah.
I also am a sucker for just a head falling off.
Yeah.
You haven't seen Bless the Child, right?
No.
Christina Ricci's head falls off in that.
What I got pissed off by is people, by the time they had already decided that there was something wrong, there was obviously a killer, why did they keep... Someone would branch off and do their own thing at one point. It's like, obviously you're going to die. Mm-hmm. And they did.
Yeah.
Like that girl smoking a cigarette. I'm like, don't go out there right now. There's only 3 of you left. One of you is, like, why would you go alone?
That's dumb bitch behavior. She died really bad, though, with the acid.
That was gross. The final girl.
It's not actually horror, it's more thriller.
Yeah, so thanks for suggesting that for a horror marathon.
Thriller with horror deaths. So shut the hell up, I'm gonna slap you. Fuck you. I love LL Cool J in this. I think it just captures a time and it's very nostalgic for my childhood. Like the cheesiest lines. I know his weakness is bullets.
Yeah, that was a great line. I do miss the like iconic one-liners of like.
Yeah, the 2000s.
We got you, dude.
2004 was a great year, not just for not for horror.
What else?
Eternal Sunshine, babe.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this is a great date film.
Yeah, it actually is.
Because if I went on a date and the person wasn't laughing, they'd have to go.
Yeah.
If they didn't enjoy, or if they called it stupid, I'm like.
It's like, ooh, you don't understand it.
You don't get it.
You don't get it.
Beautiful.
How did the audience react? You saw it with an audience.
I did. I was the only one laughing.
Really?
For the most part. I was a socio and being like, ah!
But it is funny.
So let's move on to Hellhouse LLC.
Okay. Did you want to give any final notes on what you thought?
On Mindhunters?
Did it have any through-line message? I'm trying to find a theme.
No, this is a movie you watch with your family.
Oh. Date night, watch with your family. Which one?
True Love, They Become Your Family.
You need to decide when
I
have to watch this.
I'm not, like I said, there's nothing groundbreaking, but I just think it was great. Yeah.
Well,
I have a little insecurity I'm going to address the audience right now.
Okay.
So as of now, none of my movies are, like I said, you're sleeping good tonight watching my movies. You're going to good night's sleep. It's not actually shaking you.
No one's terrified.
But I'm in a way I'm kind of helping you overcome your fear. Like I'm getting you into it.
Yeah. So
then you're open to be scared.
Yeah.
Again, we were onboarding, but you came in fast, you came in furious with your choices, so we're gonna move on, and we're gonna talk about Hellhouse LLC. This movie actually was really good. This movie.
Okay, Hellhouse LLC
is
so good. I watched this for the first time 2 years ago, and I just heard it recommended vaguely, but I was like, okay, let me watch this at like midnight in my room on my laptop. That's how little I was like, okay, like whatever. It's another found footage.
Yeah.
Scared the shit out of me. It is so good. It like comes out of nowhere, and like it's this another found footage. I really did come in hot with. I did come in hot with found footage, but we'll pivot from that. Mm-hmm. But it's about these 5 people who buy a house, like a old hotel that's like they're gonna renovate it and make it a like
immersive experience.
Yes, like a walk through haunted house, basically. And they were like, "Oh, it's actually really good because this place was like owned by some really messed up people. It's already creepy in here. Like we don't have to do that much." And that's like economical. They were like, "We don't have to buy that much, actually."
Yeah, my favorite part of the movie is they go into the basement. There's like some really questionable things. Like, well, building a haunted house, we don't gotta do much.
Yeah, and that actually like
plays into the dumbness of just people and the business mind, the LLC mind.
And I like how they had to stay with it because it's an investment. They're like,
yeah,
like we actually bought this. Like we can't just leave because things are getting a little creepy.
The leader of the group was very annoying, but he was a businessman.
He was.
They often are.
And they are. So I thought that was realistic. And it's like, oh, why do we have to stay here? This dude, like, but
yeah, they have to sleep there too. What perfect setup to be like, we're building this haunted house, so that concept of like, I don't know what's real, I don't know. Is it just the house? Is it just this? Mm-hmm. We have the clown, we have the mannequins that are moved.
Oh, I love the clown scene.
Because what's anticlimactic about horror sometimes is the reveal of the creature or the ghost, but because it's the ghost or the creature, the demon, kind of took on mannequins in the house, it made it scarier because you're like, I've seen this shit, but now I'm just seeing it moved around. It's
found footage, but it's also like a documentary.
Yeah.
So there's like kind of some play with that.
The incident happened in like 2014, and then the documentary being made is 5 years later.
They're like, we're gonna go back and investigate, and they find because the setup is they find a girl from the original where all of them went missing or died or whatever.
The girl on the poster.
There she is.
She's the only one.
She like comes back years later. I think it might be even 10 years later.
It was 5. I just saw it.
I don't know.
I'm
just saw it.
I'm a pro. I just saw it.
But yeah, she like basically is like, I have all these tapes. I've not watched them, but you can watch them and you can put them in your film. So we're like seeing it also for the first time. So I like that.
Also, just the mania of like maybe creativity or business is killing us.
Ooh.
First of all, their need to like go through with their investment, and
number
2, that person who's like, I gotta make this documentary. Sometimes documentary people are the most creative of all because they're trying to really say something.
They need a story,
and they put themselves in crazy situations.
That is the one criticism I have of this movie, is the end when they've clearly seen all the tapes and that this place is like...
She's dumb.
A Patel.
They make her stupid.
She's like, you know what? I am going to go to this hotel, like, since the creepy girl told me to. And, oh, we found the room she said she was going to be in. Let's go in. And then she's like, they do the typical thing where they walk in and she's sitting backwards. You know, it's like... And it's like... And she's like, ah. And then...
Again, because there's no music, there's no build-up.
Mm-mm.
And I think truly if you're being attacked, there's no melody to it.
No,
there's
and
no,
that's what
there's
I
no
like.
rhythm. There's no, like, on the third beat you're gonna get stabbed. It's more so...
Yeah.
No cadence.
Because that's another
that's
strength of
what
found
takes you
footage, because
Yeah.
it's not built the same way as, like, a typical horror scare. Like, you are, like, experiencing it with them. I get, like, freaked out because... Especially, there's a really iconic clown scene that I think is, like, the number one scene that everyone loves from this. And, like, it's just moving. And they do a really good setup with it. They're like, yeah, see, you can't even move the head. Like, it's just a mannequin. Like, you can... And then you see the first time...
All three of them.
They're all looking... I would be losing my mind. It does the claustrophobia really well, like, in that basement when you... And when you have to run up the stairs and you're like, I know it's behind me. I think they capture it really well.
Or you think it's your friend, you're like, dude, move. And then you go upstairs, you're like, I literally just saw you downstairs. And then you run upstairs, gone, poof. Get me out.
Like, come on, dude. Scares me so much, and that's why I really responded to this film. Do you think this movie is about how kind of being an entrepreneur is not always good? Like, don't be too...
I'm listening to the question.
Okay, well, let me find it. Like, too much, how do you say? Okay.
Find it.
I'm working. I'm fighting for my life. Like, businesses who are like, you know, businessmen who clearly don't have a plan. And they're like, I'm gonna go all in. And then they just, like, bankrupt themselves. They kind of put a lot of people out of work. They don't, because they don't think about it. Or they spend their own money and they don't, like, think about the actual plan.
I'm gonna one-up you there. And
Please.
Say...
I was already down.
I'll help you out.
Thank you. Help me find it.
I think when you make exploiting something a business, that's when you're gonna... Because they were like, this is a traumatic incident. Let's make some money from this. And even the documentary people, this trauma, let's make it content. The LLC really takes me out.
I love it in there because it almost sounds like a comedy for a second.
Yeah, it does. It's like...
LLC, but I think it's important. They put it in there for a reason.
So I saw it with my brother at night, and I genuinely did scream.
Yeah.
Like the lady with the bulging eyes. Like the movie ended, and I was like, Stephen Cognetti. and then it was like exec producers, Kevin Cognetti, Mike Cognetti, David. I'm like, okay,
family
Cognettis, and it's like Cognetti Films. I'm like, this is so funny to me and beautiful because they're an LLC.
They are. They
like,
kind of did
Cognetti
this.
Films. Hats tipped off to you.
I think it's amazing, and again, like finding.
Love the Cognettis.
Me too. I want to meet them.
Tagging them. It says it right there. Cognetti Films.
This is what I love about, again, going back to horror. You can really just like this. I assume it was like indie, very indie, low budget, but they made something really scary with what they had, and they're like, they probably bought or like maybe rented the location as is too. Maybe that place looked like that and like run down.
Ooh, that's crazy.
You know, I'm just thinking about that. But I think that's really fun.
The name of the town in New York, I don't want to get it wrong, but it's like Abadoc or something.
Abaddon Hotel, that's what it is.
The guy's like, that was the name of a demon. I'm like, why would you want to live in a town that was like named on a demon?
After one, yeah. Why would you want to live in a town?
Why the hell are you going to that demon
Well,
town?
because it's like only in the hotel. It's just like the locals are like,
but then
don't,
the
just
town
don't go in there.
lined up.
No,
you're telling me
they said it wasn't the town. They said people drove in
from New York. City.
Yeah, the city. See, wait, what does that say about city people? About us?
We love an LLC, babe.
We're like, hey, we want an experience. This sounds really cool. Messed up.
I love immersive experiences.
Yeah.
I'm always going to them, but I do question myself. I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I letting someone just hit me?
Yeah, because you went to a haunted house in New York that was...
That body slammed me, yes.
So they actually fought you. No, because...
And I wanted more.
Whoa! I would have quit this.
Where on my life? You would have walked.
I would have walked probably... Well, I don't know if I've ever been in... If I was like inherently already in this...
Me for walking, and now you could easily
Well, because
say
this
you
is
walk.
actually... It's like satanic down there.
Oh, so now you're scared of Satan.
if it was taking place as like a clown stalking me, yeah, I would be.
Okay.
You wouldn't walk from this?
Oh, I'm gone.
Do you think it's commentary on art?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because these actors agreed. If I feel so terrible for them. They're like, you know what, I'm gonna make some money.
There's nothing like relating to just a low budget performer. Because I'm gonna be really honest here. Wallingford, Connecticut, they have the Trail of Terror. Never hired me. I've never been cast in a haunted house. And that pisses me off. But after seeing this, I'm like, maybe
Maybe for the best,
maybe God was looking out.
I'm trying to find the through line, because this is a harder one to find in this double feature. Wait, okay, I think I found something. They're both doing something, so they're like doing their training. They think this is like not a real thing, and they're both kind of being put through a trial of, I'm learning, is this actually supposed to be happening or not?
They're both going, I hate to say the word, but they're both going through simulations of their job. That then they come find out, this is real.
Yes.
This is real.
They're like, oh shit, and now we're in it.
This isn't a gag.
And now I'm in it. They have to stay for financial, they're in it, and then they have to stay because they're literally on an island.
They're trying to get the promotion.
And they want the promotion.
And they're exiled.
That's her through line. And then clearly she's, for some reason, able to roam. Like, I don't know.
She's the conduit.
Yeah.
Because, honestly, the demons using her as clickbait, iconic.
Oh, yeah.
Again, because this is staying true with the horror, like, talk to the girl, babe.
Yeah.
We're not talking to the dudes. And if the dudes survive, we wouldn't care.
And look at that poster. They're all that. Like, just don't.
Poster says it all. This will get the people in.
The dudes don't need to be on. I liked the guy who first got scared and was really trying to be out. I really liked him. I thought he was endearing. But they all kind of were assholes. Well, he started as an asshole. I like that turn, because he was the one who's like,
which of these actors I want to sleep with?
because he having fun, and then once the scary thing happened, he's like, okay, and
it's like, why?
I loved seeing it though. It was really scary. I love a movie where someone gets in over their head.
Like overwhelmed? That's kind of fucked up.
What do you mean?
I love when someone is in problem way deeper than they know.
Yeah, I do. When it's horror, and it's like, oh, you're realizing you're fucked.
Yeah. Do you think they deserve
I'm in
it? Do you think they sucked ass?
No, I don't think they deserve to die.
No one deserves to die.
No. You should see the rest of them. There's 2 and 3, and it's not as good, let's just say that, but...
Okay, do not come for Cognetti like that.
I love him. I wouldn't have brought this...
we bow to you, Stephen Cognetti.
I love him. No, I do love him. I mean, again, like, it's hard to make found footage interesting nowadays.
Do you think all these people sucked ass?
That's the thing. They do suck ass, but this has been another episode of Self-Projecting.
With Gaby Sandoval and Jason Grobstich.
Thanks for tuning into our first week. Come back. We will have spoiler disclaimers. We are learning the equipment. Check it out.
Still recording?
Yeah.
We need to learn the equipment.
Let's do a tech lesson right now.
Jason, you need to stop being useless talent.
You're the one who said you would be doing all of this.